Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today our topic is a question actually. If you go and search online, you will find tons of people posting, such a question, like what is the purpose of Islam? And here a Muslim, he posts for you things which is supposedly what is the purpose, like believing in one true God. I mean, isn't it funny to say even to believe in one true God? How true this God is, and how you know He's true. The Muslim, they never met Allah, they never heard Allah, they never know anything about Allah, they don't even know what the word Allah means. So believing in one true God, the one who created the heaven and the earth, and everything exists. The God of Adam, I think you will say Adam and Noah and Abraham. Okay, hold on, first of all, how you know even that the God of Abraham is the true God? And how you know that your God is the God of Abraham? And how you know that your God is the God of Noah and the God of Moses and they add Jesus? How you know that? First of all, this is impossible to be true, because the God of Abraham and the God of Moses and the God of all the prophets, he has a spirit. Your God is not a spirit. The Jews, they say that there's a guy, his name is Uzair, is the son of Allah. And the Christian, they say that the Messiah is the son of Allah. Okay, hold on. So how is your God is the God of the Jews and the God of the Christians? When the God of the Jews, according to your Quran, he have a son, his name is Uzair. And the God of the Christians, according to the Quran, he have a son, his name is the Messiah. So how that make your God the God of those people? Same time, the God of the Christians have a spirit, and the God of the Jews has a spirit, and he's a spirit. The God of the Muslims, he's not a spirit. So how that can be God, the same God? And to believe in the next life and the day of the judgment, when every person will be resurrected back to life, and back to life, an individual will be accountable for the deeds they did in this life. No sin inherited, no one will be accountable for another person's sin. All this statement is a false statement. So Muhammad said there would come people amongst the Muslims in the day of resurrection which they with as heavy sin as mountains. Look how heavy the sin is. And Allah would forgive them, and he would place their sin instead on the Jews and the Christians. And Muhammad, he made it clear that Allah will take the sin of the Muslims, and he will place it in the Jews and the Christians. And here you ask yourself, I mean, where is justice? Muhammad, he made it clear that there's no deeds you do is going to save you. There's no deed you do will make you go to heaven. It is what's written for you as a destiny will make you go to heaven. So Muhammad, he swear by Allah, saying, I and by Allah, a person among you, or a man, he made do the deeds of fire till there is only a cubit or an arm breadth distance between him and the fire. But when what is written by Allah, which Allah he ordered the angel to write, this is a destiny, proceed, and he does the deeds of people of paradise, and he entered. So now this person, he switched against his will. His will is to do what? Is to do the work of hellfire. His will is to do everything bad, like to be friend to the Christians, which is forbidden in the Quran, chapter 5, verse number 51. To be nice to his parents if they are non-Muslims, which is forbidden in the Quran. So this is a person who do everything wrong. He don't hate the Christian, he don't hate the Jews, as chapter 5, verse 14, etc. saying. He don't want to fight the Christians, as chapter 29. He don't believe that Allah should spread hate, as chapter 5 verse 14. He don't believe any of this, and that will make him a bad person according to Islam. But now this person is doing all those things which will lead him to hellfire, but then what is written by Allah will take over and proceed, and then he will do the act of paradise and he enter, which means an act which is not his act. It is written for him. It's a program. So what Muhammad is saying to us, that we are the same as insect. From the second you are born, you do certain things which is written inside you in your DNA, and this DNA is not your will, it is the will of Allah, which is written there. In a certain point will be activated, and then is going to do what is going to make you go where to go. And then Muhammad continues saying, and a man may do the deeds of people of paradise till there is only a cubit or a two between him and paradise, and then that is written, proceed, and he does the deeds of people of hellfire, and he entered. So Muhammad here, he go to the opposite direction, and again prove to us that all the promises of Muhammad is absolutely false. Because if you go in the Quran, all those promises is about you will receive a garden full of fruits, zucchini, watermelon, you know, banana, tanana, all of those, you know, you will have them in heaven if you believe in Allah. But now we found that any deeds you do, it doesn't save you really. It's just a stupid promise, because this is contradiction for what we see in front of us on the screen. The hadith we showed you, which is very authentic, is totally the opposite of what the Quran here is saying. But give a glad tidings to those who believe and work righteousness, and their portion is a garden beneath which river flow. So if you do the righteous work, you do jihad for Allah, you join Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and then you will get the garden, and the garden is full of women who have big boobs. Okay, that's wonderful. But then we find Muhammad saying that this is all is nothing, is not really true. None of this will save you. Actually, Muhammad, he said clearly that deeds have nothing to do with your salvation, including his deed. As you see here in front of you, Muhammad is making it clear that none of you will be rescued by his work. Abu Hurairah reported that Allah Messenger saying, none of you will be rescued by his work. He was asked, which means they asked Muhammad, if not even you? He replied, not even I, unless Allah, he cover me with his mercy. So the verse here absolutely is a false statement Muhammad is making up, because we cannot approve both. One of them have to be wrong. One of them have to be wrong. They cannot be both are true. Muhammad explained clearly, saying, no, you will not be rewarded for because of any righteousness you do. It's just based on luck. If Allah, he worked me with his mercy. And how Allah, he worked with the mercy? It is what Allah, he wrote for you when he created you. All right, as you see in the hadith in front of you. And actually, if you remember, we mentioned before, chapter 18, verse number 80 and 81. So Muhammad, he says that this person, this child, the boy, he was created as a kafir. When he was destined, read carefully, the boy Al-Khadr he killed was destined to be disbeliever. So this is the whole purpose of Islam. It's nothing to do with you. It's a religion of destiny and based on your luck, how lucky you are. So if your destiny was before, when Allah, he made you to go to hell or to be disbeliever, you know, you will go to hell. What you can do about it? But if Allah, he have a destiny for you to be a believer, well, you are the lucky one. That's it. The Messenger of Allah said, by the one, and look how Muhammad, how much he swear, and this is additional proof of a liar. You know, remember Jesus says, either you say yea, yea, or nay, nay. Otherwise, anything else is from the devil, and that is exactly what Muhammad is. He is a person speaking of the devil. This is why he keep using the name of his God, swearing left and right. So he says, by the one who is in his hand my soul is, if you do not commit sin, Allah would replace you with people who would commit sin and seek forgiveness from Allah, and Allah certainly forgive them. So here actually we got more clear answer for the purpose of Islam. Islam does not really have any good purpose. Islam present to us that there's a God, his name is Allah, he's lonely, you know, he's very lonely, and he created us supposedly for a reason, to worship him. Okay, that's good, but it's not enough if you worship him. You see, the Quran says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْإِنسَ وَالْجِنَّ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. I did not create the ins and the human and the genie except to worship me. So this is sound like the purpose of the creation. The answer, no. It is part of the answer. Allah, He don't want only people who worship. He wants people who worship Him and beg for forgiveness. But why they will beg for forgiveness? Simply because they commit sin. Okay, and why they commit sin? Because Allah, He wrote for them in their destiny to commit sin. You forgot? I have only created the jinn and mankind for what? To worship me. Why Allah, He created the mankind? Okay, to worship Him. Why He created even the genie? To worship Him. But no, that is not the only purpose. Muhammad, he made it more clear. He not only he want people who worship, he want people who commit sin, and because they commit sin, they beg for forgiveness. So Allah is a person who is suffering from mental illness. He is not happy if you are a good person. He is happy if you are sick and ask for medicine. Allah, He will kill you if you don't commit sin, because you will not beg Him for forgiveness if you don't commit sin. And if you are saying I am exaggerating, well, the reference in front of you, the one who is saying that is Muhammad himself. I'm not the one who is saying that. Muhammad, he said in many places, you know, an infant who died, and Aisha, she thought that this infant, he's a Muslim by birth, which means from a Muslim family, and he will go to heaven. So Aisha, she said to Muhammad, well, this infant will go to heaven, for he did not, he did not commit sin, and he is so young to commit sin. So he will be like a little bird in the heaven. Muhammad, as you see, this is Sahih Hadith. Muhammad, he said to her, don't be a foolish. It might be the opposite, because Allah, He created in the backbone of their parents where they will be before He created them, which means this infant, he might go to hell, as you see in front of you. And this is a very authentic hadith, as you see. So in Islam, there is nothing really is about you believe or don't believe. You worship Allah, then you go to heaven. This is absolutely false. Islam is based on luck. It is what Allah, He wrote for you in your destiny before you were created. You will notice here that Adam, he said to Moses, are you blaming me for doing something Allah, He written for me in my destiny, in my fate, 40 years before my creation? So imagine here the story, how silly it is, how stupid it is. So Adam's sin is not Adam's sin, it was Allah's sin. It is Allah who decided Adam would do this. Adam, he will disobey Him. Adam will eat from the tree. Adam will listen to his wife. Adam will be kicked out of heaven. It was all something planned by Allah, and Adam is just a person who do what Allah, He wanted to happen. So Adam is saying to him, are you stupid or what? You blame me for something I have nothing to do with it? It is my fate, 40 years before my creation. And here you need to ask yourself, Muhammad not only reported this story, Muhammad, he said, so Adam confuted Moses, and he repeated that 3 times. That means that he agreed absolutely 100% with Adam's answer. The sin of Adam was not Adam's sin, it was destiny by Allah. And here we ask ourselves, so why Adam was kicked out of heaven? How stupid is that? Philip Mayers saying, you dummy CP, you Christian believe in original sin. Let me ask you, was Moses a Christian, or he was a Muslim according to Muhammad? So Mr. Philip, he said, so he was a Muslim. Guys, be my witness. So he agreed that Moses was a Muslim. Okay, so let's put your comment here too. Here we go. So he was a Muslim. So you idiot, if he was a Muslim, then how Moses believed in the original sin? Don't you see that Moses, he says to Adam, he said to him, oh Adam, you are our father who disappointed us and turned us out of heaven. Because if Moses was a Muslim, as Muhammad told you, then how come Moses, he died and still he don't understand what Islam teach? Moses don't understand that the original sin is wrong? Because as you see, Moses believe in the original sin. When even the Quran says that Allah is the one who decides for you how much adultery you will do. So why Allah will punish you for adultery? If Allah is the one who wrote for me my destiny, and the destiny include everything, why does God, he want to punish me for a fixed portion of adultery, which a man, he will do in as a must, of necessity, as you see. He must commit. It's not like something you do willingly. You must commit. So why Allah will punish me for such a thing? Obviously, this cult is satanic, for everything lead us to Satan. You know, the first question I asked myself when I was very young, this was just last year, by the way, when I start reading the Quran, and then I find that the Quran is promising me as an example women with big breasts. I mean, why does God, he promised me such a promise? What is for? I mean, what is missing there? Why does God, he is God, he is, when you say God, we speak about something holy. We believe that there is a holiness form of something mysterious, but for sure he is holy. Then we find as God, he is speaking to our desire, sexual desire. Why does God, he want me to believe in him? In exchange, he will give me women with big breast. And what is the value of big breast for God? You see, if you have a birthday party and then you invite your friends, and one of them, he give you a book, let us say, how to be successful in business. The other one, how to be a good father. The other one, he gave you a book, how to be good in ethic with the society. And one of them, he says to you, he gave you a Playboy, or let us say a sex video, porn. Okay, the gift speak of the one who is giving the gift, correct? Telling you how each one of them he think. My gift speak on me. What is my gift to you? So now we are talking about God, not about a bunch of guys who they are maybe too young, they are horny, they are teenage, they are, you know, drunk, maybe. But this is God. So what is the God, or what kind of God he promised me in this private part? Women have an in this vagina fit for that in this private part of the male. Women with big boobs. What 70 years orgasm? There is something wrong. The Messiah, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. And I have no better words than what the words of my Lord said. From their fruits you shall know them. If this is the fruit of your God, well, I have to say this God is a pimp. For this is what pimps they do. Allah is tempting you. Look, he says to you, you have a garden and there's a grape in the garden. And right away he connect the grape and the garden to women. He didn't even mention the word women, sadly. I mean, look like women are not exist even in the dictionary of Allah. He mentioned big boobs. You see, in the translation they say here to you women, but in Arabic nowhere it says women. Nowhere it says big boobs. As simple as that. And then after that, a cup. Cup of what? Of wine. So wine, food, sex, that is Allah. Obviously there is something badly behind this cult. A true God, he did not need such an advertising for himself in such a way. And if you believe in me, I will give you women with big boobs and you will have 70 years orgasm. That cannot be true. So when the Lord, he says, from their fruits you shall know them, I believe this is the Bible and this is the wisdom and this is the word of God. From their fruits, not from what they say. All of us, we say things and we do sin. All of us, we are sinners. If anyone says to you he is not a sinner, he's lying to you. All of us, we are sinners. But the Lord, he made it clear, from their fruits, which means we have bad fruits and we have good fruits. So if you are a person who have only bad fruits, obviously you are following the devil for sure. If you are a person who has a fruit, let us say the ugly one, is more than the good ones, obviously you are satanic too. But if you are a person who have a bad fruits in a big nice tree full of good fruits, that is the way a human being must be or should be. Resisting the bad fruits, like you try to make them drop from your branches, and you try your best to give good fruits. So a human being, he sinned, but his sin should not be covered in all his branches, should be something he is resisting. It's like an illness, sickness, like a fungus over the tree, and this tree is trying to fight the fungus, to stop the fungus from spreading around. In Islam, Islam itself is a fungus. When a grow in your head, you don't think about God no more. You think about women, sex. Why this God is like that? So I want to say thank you guys for being here. We love Muslims. Yes, Jesus, he ordered us to love everybody. And God himself, he said, for God, he loved the world. He sent his only begotten son. So yes, we love the Muslims, but we don't love the evil of Islam. Islam is evil. Muhammad is evil. So we love you to save you. We love you to show you. We love you to guide you. But we don't love you to give you false words and just to make you happy. A person who cares for you and you are taking drugs or you are sick or you are doing something wrong is a person who stands against your wrong to fix it so you don't go to hell. We are trying to save you. We are not here to make fun of you. We are here to show you that Islam is wrong, Islam is stupid, and if you decide to believe in it, this is your business. But for us, it's obvious. From their fruits you shall know them. And with the words of the Lord, we end. Thank you, God bless you, and we'll see you soon again. Take care.